intended to impose 25% tariffs on steel and aluminium imports. It called the move economically counterproductive. Marriages slumped in China last year despite strenuous efforts by the authorities to encourage couples to wed and have children. They fell by a fifth, a new record according to the Civil Affairs Ministry. Beijing has condemned remarks last week by Donald Trump and the Japanese Prime Minister Ishiba Shigeru, which included condemnation of what they described as China's provocative activities in the South China Sea. Beijing called the remarks smears. The UN has accused Sudan's paramilitary rapid support forces of blocking aid deliveries to Darfur. Officials say restrictions are hampering efforts to reach communities facing famine. The country's civil war has created one of the world's worst humanitarian crises. Police in Bangladesh say they've arrested more than 1,300 people in an operation targeting gangs linked to the ousted Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina. It follows violence last week. Members of a powerful student group, instrumental in her downfall, were attacked in Dhaka. Ecuador's presidential election will go to a runoff after the first round failed to produce an outright winner. The incumbent, Daniel Noboa, and his main challenger, Luisa Gonzalez, received nearly identical shares of the vote. And South Korea says 40% of its dog farms have closed since a phased ban on the sale and butchering of dog meat was introduced last year. The government said more than 600 farms have closed. BBC News.
Welcome back to part 2 of the history.
Hey, Charlie, you're on your way to Ghana. Boy, oh boy, you stressed out, tired. Go, you're going to be resting. Okay, then let me recommend to you JN Mobile Spa in Accra, Ghana. Oh boy, JN Mobile Spa, they provide organic care in massage. Are you stressed? Do you need rejuvenated, etc.? For your facials, maybe exfoliating, firming, and lifting? Then contact JN Spa on 00233 244 941 002 or 00233 2006 06386, and they will be right there on time. JN Mobile Spa, your health and beauty needs at your doorstep.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission-free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse.
Are you looking for the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy door-to-door shipment company? Well, look no further. When was the last time your family received a shipment back in Ghana on time and intact? You are not sure? Well, Lamb Shippers, we pride ourselves with being the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy shippers you can use. You are assured of prompt pickup anywhere in the UK by our personnel. They also make sure your items are well packaged to get to its destination intact. When it comes to door-to-door shipment, look no further. Well, Lamb Shippers, contact us on 07939009321 or 07498911820. Or you can visit our website www.welllamp.co.uk. You can also drop us a mail, info@welllamp@gmail.com. Well Lamp Shippers, fast, reliable, and trustworthy.
Hi there. Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? Then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Pram, Sopoli, Tohenia, Ogome, Dodova, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Pram Senior High School and Ghana Men's Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
Getting onto the property ladder has never been easy until now. Join us this and every Thursday from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. live on the Property Hour show on Starr Radio UK, where we talk to mortgage brokers, property developers, estate agents, landlord, tenant, property consultants on how to invest or get into the property business and make money. You can't afford to miss this. The Property Hour show is your best source into the property industry.
Tune in to On Point here on Starr Radio UK with Empress Regina every Monday at 5 p.m. GMT. Looking forward to your company.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for star, R for radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse.
Are you looking for the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy door-to-door shipment company? Well, look no further. When was the last time your family received a shipment back in Ghana on time and in time? You are not sure? Well, Lamb Shippers, we pride ourselves with being the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy shippers you can use. You are assured of a prompt pickup anywhere in the UK by our personnel. They also make sure your items are well packaged to get to its destination in time. When it comes to door-to-door shipment, look no further. Well, Lamb Shippers, contact us on 07939009321 or 07498911820. Or you can visit our website www.welllamp.co.uk. You can also drop us a mail, info@welllamp@gmail.com. Well Lamp Shippers, fast, reliable, and trustworthy.
Hi there. Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? Then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Pram, Sopoli, Tohenia, Ogome, Dodova, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Pram Senior High School and Ghana Men's Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at Ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
Getting onto the property ladder has never been easy until now. Join us this and every Thursday from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. live on the Property Hour show on Starr Radio UK, where we talk to mortgage brokers, property developers, estate agent, landlord, tenant, property consultants on how to invest or get into the property business and make money. You can't afford to miss this. The Property Hour show is your best source into the property industry.
Tune in to On Point here on Starr Radio UK with Empress Regina every Monday at 5 p.m. GMT. Looking forward to your company.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for star, R for radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse.
Are you looking for the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy door-to-door shipment company? Well, look no further. When was the last time your family received a shipment back in Ghana on time and in time? You are not sure? Well, Lamb Shippers, we pride ourselves with being the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy shippers you can use. You are assured of prompt pickup anywhere in the UK by our personnel. They also make sure your items are well packaged to get to its destination in time. When it comes to door-to-door shipment, look no further. Well, Lamb Shippers, contact us on 07939009321 or 07498911820. Or you can visit our website www.welllamp.co.uk. You can also drop us a mail, info@welllamp@gmail.com. Well Lamp Shippers, fast, reliable, and trustworthy.
Hi there. Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? Then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Pram, Sopoli, Tohenia, Ogome, Dodova, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Pram Senior High School and Ghana Men's Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at Ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
Getting onto the property ladder has never been easy until now. Join us this and every Thursday from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. live on the Property Hour show on Starr Radio UK, where we talk to mortgage brokers, property developers, estate agent, landlord, tenant, property consultants on how to invest or get into the property business and make money. You can't afford to miss this. The Property Hour show is your best source into the property industry.
Tune in to On Point here on Starr Radio UK with Empress Regina every Monday at 5 p.m. GMT. Looking forward to your company.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Starr, R for radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse.
Are you looking for the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy door-to-door shipment company? Well, look no further. When was the last time your family received a shipment back in Ghana on time and intact? You are not sure? Well, Lamb Shippers, we pride ourselves with being the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy shippers you can use. You are assured of a prompt pickup anywhere in the UK by our personnel. They also make sure your items are well packaged to get to its destination intact. When it comes to door-to-door shipment, look no further. Well, Lamb Shippers, contact us on 07939009321 or 07498911820. Or you can visit our website www.welllamp.co.uk. You can also drop us a mail, info@welllamp@gmail.com. Well Lamp Shippers, fast, reliable, and trustworthy.
Hi there. Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? Then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Pram, Sopoli, Tohenia, Ogome, Dodova, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Pram Senior High School and Ghana Men's Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
Getting onto the property ladder has never been easy until now. Join us this and every Thursday from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. live on the Property Hour show on Starr Radio UK, where we talk to mortgage brokers, property developers, estate agents, landlord, tenant, property consultants on how to invest or get into the property business and make money. You can't afford to miss this. The Property Hour show is your best source into the property industry.
Tune in to On Point here on Starr Radio UK with Empress Regina every Monday at 5 p.m. GMT. Looking forward to your company.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR, S for Starr, R for radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse.
Are you looking for the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy door-to-door shipment company? Well, look no further. When was the last time your family received a shipment back in Ghana on time and intact? You are not sure? Well, Lamb Shippers, we pride ourselves with being the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy shippers you can use. You are assured of a prompt pickup anywhere in the UK by our personnel. They also make sure your items are well packaged to get to its destination intact. When it comes to door-to-door shipment, look no further. Well, Lamb Shippers, contact us on 07939009321 or 074-98911820. Or you can visit our website www.worldlamp.co.uk. You can also drop us a mail, info@worldlamp@gmail.com. World Lamp Shippers, fast, reliable, and trustworthy.
The best radio show. Broadcasting worldwide, online 24/7.
All around the world. In your car.
At work.
At home.
On your smartphone.
This is Starr Radio UK.
Are you ready to turn it up?
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, your heart is aching. Smile even though it's breaking. When there are clouds in the sky, you get by. If you smile through your fear and sorrow, smile and maybe tomorrow you find that life is still worthwhile if you just smile. Hey, this is Archie, and you are listening to Starr Radio UK and the Morning Show.
This is Starr Radio. This is UK. Starr Radio UK. This is Starr Radio UK.
Welcome. Broadcasting worldwide, online 24/7.
Enlighten your day with Starr Radio. Starr Radio. Radio for the people, by the people.
Okay, hello, let me say massive good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good dawn to you wherever you might be on planet Earth, and those of you on other planets as well. I want to salute each and every one of you and welcome you to the Starr Radio UK Monday edition of the morning show. I remain yours sincerely, the one and only.
This is the morning show with Archie.
Yes, it's been a while. Yes, as I did announce, there were a few things being done left, right, center, middle. Call it, name it. Yes, But thank God we are still alive, well and kicking. And this morning we are back here to bring you everything that you need to know, from archaeology to zoology, from Accra to Zanzibar. It's making the headlines. Be rest assured of one thing. Yes, Archie is here, happiness is near, and I'm going to bring you all that you need to know there. All right then. So from now until 12 o'clock, when the first part of the program is brought to an end, and then we take you all the way to Cyprus, where we're going to be having HR Reginald Pallien also joining in to bring you Career 101. I want you to lend me your ears and lend me your eyes as well. Can I say that? Yeah, all right then. But I'm saying good morning to my able producer, Mr. Francis Guy. Thank you very much. I say it all the time. I really appreciate what he does, because without his input, I'll not be here to bring you the program. Because before I get it, it makes sure everything is ticking along nicely and everything is working so the program can go on. So to Mr. Francis Guy and all the production team, good morning to you. I will say good morning to my colleague and co-presenter, Mr. Olaimi Koiki, all the way in Africa. I don't know when he's coming back, whether he's on his way back or he's back in town. But wherever you are, massive good morning to you. Yomi, I hope you are doing very, very well. Okay. Let me say good morning to HR Linda Pallien all the way in Cyprus. Good morning to you. And then to Kenza, where are you listening to us from? Good morning to you. And to Ebenezer Hamon Kwame, all the way in Cape Town, South Africa. Massive good morning to you. And a shout out to Antonio Izo. Yes, good morning to you, sir. I hope you are enjoying the program as well. Thank you very much for joining us on the Star Radio UK Morning Show. And let me say good morning also to Delta Hammond all the way in Kumasi in Ghana, to Atako Free in Ashaman, Ghana, and the chief of Ashaman. You know, I always seem to forget his name, but he honestly, and Chief Nee, let me say good morning to you. I hope you are doing very, very well there too. Okay. Special good morning also go to Bishop Adesina all the way in Lagos, Nigeria at the RBE office there. Just so you know, good morning. Anthony Adedeji, good morning to you. Special good morning goes to Felix all the way in Aberdeen. Kojodi, good morning. Mr. Yawin Tamefree, hey. The NDC people, what is their slogan? Yozu, Yeza. Okay, let me say good morning to you and all my MPP reps here in the UK as well. Do they say Kukrudu? Oh, what did they say now? I've lost touch. Yes, good morning to you all there. And then a special good morning also goes to Shamsuddin, just so you know, all the way in Moscow, and wherever you tune in this morning to listen to us, I salute you and I say welcome to the program. This is Star Radio UK, and this is the Monday edition of the morning show. HR Linda Pallien all the way in Cyprus, and Mr. Pallien and Yasantua. Good morning to you all there. I hope you are all doing very, very well. Okay. So by way of program, I'm going to bring you the quote for the day, the weather forecast to follow suit, then the travel update. We'll move from there to have a look at some of the stories making the rounds across the globe. That is known as Global Trotting. Then after which we will look at the details of all those stories that we brought about. At a quarter to 12, the lines will be open for you to add your voice to the discussion. At 12 o'clock exactly, we cross over from London to Cyprus, where we'll be having HRH Linda Pallien bringing you Career 101. And then at 12:30, we bring the curtains down for the end of the program. So wherever you are tuned in, let me say welcome on board. Let me say good morning to my lovely wife Lottie. I hope you are doing very, very well. And to all the Morrisons for your loss, and yes, my condolences. And we thank God that everything went well last weekend. See to the befitting burial of our brother Andrew Morrison. May he so rest in perfect peace. So our condolences to all of you there. Yes, KB Bossman, good morning. Yesterday he brought you the Faith Hour, the Faith Talk. And it was a lovely listen there. I hope that you enjoyed it. Reverend Michael Esiama, good morning to you and to all wonderful people who join us on Star Radio UK or bring our presenters who bring you various programs from Star Radio UK. I salute each and every one of you. Okay, so now let's crack on. The quote for the day says, don't be isolated in your thinking. Don't be isolated in your thinking. What does that mean then? So you need to be broad-minded, pick ideas from other sources, and then see how you can juxtapose it with what your idea is and see how the reality will be. But at times it's not everybody who's around you who seem to be having the same vision like you are. So at times it's difficult, right? But whatever it is, yeah. Don't be isolated in your thinking. So get on board other stuff there. Share the broadcast with your friends and loved ones and invite them to like our pages. This is Star Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Mr. Frank Davis all the way in Ghana. Massive good morning to you. Okay. Let's move on to the weather front. Over the weekend we had top. So once again, the weather where it's cold and it's warm and it's rainy and it's all a mixed bag. That's what Yomi says. But well, this morning we're going to be seeing that today we will see plenty of clouds throughout the day, along with spells of patchy rain feeding in from the east. That's going to be moderate to fresh easterly winds. But tonight we'll see the rain looks to intensify for a time being, and sleet is possible on the highest ground later in the night. The rain will turn lighter and patchier. Okay, that's for London and the southeast of England though. Yes, tropic temperature is going to be 5 degrees. The lowest is going to be 3 degrees. UV level is going to be low and pollution is going to be low as well. Sunset 17:06 and sunrise for tomorrow morning 07:25 hours. And that brings us to the end of the weather forecast for you. Let me take you straight to the travels and let's see what is happening there as well. Those of you in London using the underground, Mild May underground line, there are a few incidents here and there. It's got severe delays. Central line has also got minor delays, so if you can avoid it, do your best to avoid them. That aside, all the other underground lines are running a good service. DLR, London Overground, and London Tramlink are all running good services there. Now, moving on straight to the major roads in London. On the major roads in London, no exceptional delays. So, well, a good morning when it's happening that you are traveling on the major roads. That's the A roads in London. I can't talk about the B and the others. Okay, on the riverbank this morning as well, good service there. On the London cable car, good service there. Bringing us straight to the final segment of the travel update, and that is the National Rail. But as we say here on this platform, keep your eyes on the roads, keep your eyes on the road as we bring you, to keep you navigated and take you throughout the day. So wherever you are, stay tuned, don't go away. So Gatwick Express experiences providing special service. Great Western Railway special service, Island Line special service, ScotRail, Southern and Thameslink all special services. That aside, all the others are running a good service there, and that's why I'll say it once again. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good dawn to you wherever you might be on planet Earth. Enjoy your commute for today. We take a quick break, we come back and we continue with the show. Stay tuned, don't touch the dial.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse.
You are listening to Star Radio Morning Show. Archie on Star Radio. Nobody does it better.
Welcome back to the program. This is Star Radio UK, and this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Bringing the time now to 4 minutes past the top of the hour, and let's go. Oh, my apologies there for that sound in the background. My apologies there. My apologies there. Okay. Okay there. Thank you very much for letting me know. There was some sound in the background, but thank God. Yeah. That's what the production team does. They let me know what is happening there. So I appreciate that. Okay, so now let's go global trotting. And what is happening from across the globe this morning? Starting from home here in the UK, illegal workers held in raids on nail bars and takeaways. Nail bars and takeaways were targeted in the raids ahead of an immigration bill being debated by MPs. Well. And then on other stories, attack mom will never feel true happiness again. That's pertaining to the Southport attacks that took place last summer. And then a second Labour MP apologizes over WhatsApp comments. And a book of condolence has been opened for fighter John Cooney, who died after a boxing bout. There as well. New subsidies deal for Draxwood burning power station. I'm going to be telling you more about all that. It's all coming your way from Star Radio UK. In other stories making the rounds around the world as well, Donald Trump says tariffs coming on steel and aluminium. Now imports of the metal will be hit with a 25% levy, a move that will have the biggest impact in Canada. And Doge will look at military spending, says Trump, as he defends mask. Okay. Well, Israeli troops withdraw from corridor that split Gaza into two. And then in other stories as well, Ecuador election ends in a tie, prompting a runoff. That will be coming your way there as well. In other stories, Kosovo PM's party leading but short of majority, partial results is saying there. So this and a lot more coming your way from there. This is Star Radio UK. And still, now the DR Congo rebel leader whose fighters have created turmoil. I'm going to tell you more about him as well. It's all coming your way from Star Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. On the African front, Vatican sounds alarm over Trump's crackdown on U.S. development aid. Well, I've been saying this time and over. I was saying when Trump 2.0 was going to be taking place, I said, how prepared is Africa or the developing world? How are we prepared ourselves, positioned ourselves so that we will not still go calabash in hand, begging. But look, and lo and behold, I don't think none took any action. Yes, and therefore we have been caught on the back foot once again, because there are some of the countries who get its aid from the U.S. as a subsidy for their budget, or to subsidize their budget. And you ask yourself the question, are we for real? So if you do so, how can you make your own decisions? You cannot make your own decisions, because you have to definitely sing the voice of the one who is feeding you. And of course, there's an account how they just say that you can't buy the hand that feeds you. No. Okay. Well, maybe one day. It's all coming away from Star Radio UK. In Namibia's founding father, Sam Nujoma, dies at 95. I remember him back in the day. Sam Nujoma, Namibia's fiery freedom fighter and first president, is died age 95. May we say his soul rests in perfect peace there. All coming away from Star Radio UK. Well, in Nigeria as well, as we go on, we have the president signing a word of caution to Nigerians. He says snake money mustn't swallow 1.07 billion health fund. Atiku warns the federal government. Now that is from the opposition, because what happens is that we have issues where when monies have been allotted to various sectors, then the next moment they come, so because they couldn't account for their money, then they come to tell us all stories, cock and bull stories, saying, you know what, some snakes did, swallow the money, some monkey stole the money, maybe some birds flew with the money. And I was like, are we for real? Well, maybe snakes swallow money. I've not seen that. But if it's government money, the snake cannot swallow that. Can they? All right. Accountability is very, very important. All right. NECA Saraki rejects 4% new custom levy, and political fights for public entertainment. Fayemi is saying there. Those are some of the stories making the rounds in Nigeria. Okay. Moving on straight to Ghana as well. Blame Ghana's banking sector woes on past Attorney General, not IMF. Dr. Etuahine is saying an audit previous administration's banking sector cleanup. Dr. Etuahine to government once again. There was this banking sector cleanup, and then lots of banks were wiped out, and because they said that they were insolvent and all that stuff that took place there. But now Dr. Etuahine is saying investigate that. What took place? Was it over above water, or what exactly was happening there as well? Well, in Ghana, health service is advocating heightened attention for cancers in men. Well, there is. I mean, in this part of the world, we have lots of awareness being created. However, we don't know what is going on in Africa as a whole, but particularly Ghana, Nigeria, where you just say, oh, somebody just died. I mean, there wasn't anything wrong with him. For real, there was something wrong with the person. But what do you think? All right, so coming away from Starr Radio UK, President Mahama's ban on first-class travels applies to you too. Kofi Adams tells GFA. Okay, and so there's the sad story of another loss. George Opesika Agude, a life of wealth, power, and tragic end. We'll be looking at the life of this man and tell you more about what has happened to him. It is all coming your way from Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. One of the things that if the president is able to do back in Ghana will make me happy, and the most parents and most people who live in communities where their kids or children have to cross rivers without bridges, and when there are floods, oh boy, you don't want to talk about that. And yet they have to go around it to get to places, whether schools or stuff like that. The president is saying that he is vowing to swiftly take an action to address people's dangerous river crossing to access education. That would be a good one, right? Yes. But this and a lot more we're going to be bringing your way. But let me bring you some music and then we will go into details there. It is all coming away from Starr Radio UK. This is from Atakofi. Yes, he's a spokesperson. I've given him that title. Spokesperson for the chief of Ashaman in Ghana. And he says Thanksgiving, but it's in the Ghana Pallien. Enjoy a bit of it, and I'll be with you in a moment. Stay tuned. Don't touch the dial. Starr Radio UK.
Fata mohe nuwa kanfo Yehowa nuwa we gbe gululero waketo mambi fe akele kumeto peti moni saka koto ni ajale na kanfo le ma wu womi tabosi akodromo ko mo bonamu fata wohi boko wono o na file te bani na wo yeswe tofe.
This is Starr Radio UK.
Yes way, tofe, no gojo. Yes way, tofe, come away,
Let me also say good morning to all of you who have joined us all from sister platforms. That is Koiki Media, Yoruba Nation, and United States of Biafra platforms there as well. I salute each and every one of you.
This is Starr Radio UK.
Enlighten your day with Starr Radio.
Mokobeli damo bokra Osasi dada Afete keba Mofia moneni nabida Afete keba Side mofia moneni nabida Keye wala mi kometole Mazi oida Keye wala mi kometole Mawono gojo Mawono mafebo gojo Afete keba Side mofia moneni nabida Afete keba Side mofia moneni nabida Keye wala mi kometole Mazi oida Keye wala mi kometole Mawono gojo Adana nyumoe Atobo wata Bono atobo na Tenkoji ejene fejumo Oye mwano Ao Wami dabo sida Wami febo koto Osasi dada
This is Starr Radio UK.
Let me me also say good morning to Ngozi, Dr. Ngozi, who is Deputy Prime Minister of the United States of Biafra.
This is Starr Radio UK.
Okay, thank you very much for tuning in this morning to listen to us on Starr Radio UK. Now, let's take a quick commercial. We come back and we bring you the details of the story that we touch on this morning. Stay tuned, don't touch the dial. Hey, Charlie. You're on your way to Ghana. Boy, oh boy. You stressed out, tired. Go, you're going to be resting. Okay, then let me recommend to you JN Mobile Spa in Accra, Ghana. Oh boy. JN Mobile Spa, they provide organic care in massage. Are you stressed? Do you need rejuvenated, etc.? For your facials, maybe exfoliating, firming, and lifting? Then contact JN Spa on 00233244941 002 or 00233200606 and they will be right there on time. JN Mobile Spa, your health and beauty needs at your doorstep.
Everywhere you go, Afrobeat reggae dancehall taking over. Everywhere you go, Afrobeat reggae dancehall taking over. Yo, what's up, people? This is a boy Raskin Bobo One. Tune in every day, every night at the Starr Radio UK with the big man them Archie. When I say Orta, you say fire.
Okay, massive good morning to you all, and once again, welcome to the program Starr Radio UK. Now, let's bring you the details of the stories that we've looked at this morning. Okay, starting from home here in the UK. Well, there have been some raids. Illegal workers held in raids on nail bars and takeaways. Hundreds of migrants were arrested in January as part of a UK-wide crackdown on illegal working, the government has said. Enforcement teams raided more than 800 premises, including nail bars, car washes, and restaurants, and made 609 arrests, a 73% increase on the previous January. Home Office Minister Dame Angela Eagle said the decision to release footage of the arrest was to send a message about the realities of working illegally, and she defended the government's approach as compassionate. Later on Monday, MPs will debate government's immigration bill. Shadow Home Secretary Chris Philip has called it a weak bill that won't stop the boats. Now, vape shops in Cheshire, grocery warehouse in South London were among the places raided. Now, those arrested made the journey to the UK through a mix of routes, including by crossing the channel and by overstaying legitimately granted visas. Now, despite having won a landslide election victory 7 months ago, senior Labour strategists are already increasingly worried about losing voters concerned about immigration to reform come the next election. The party figures believe that merely describing the arrest and deportation is not enough. Hence, the decision to release footage today of them taking place, allowing people to see with their own eyes. But there are others in the Labour Party who fear that focusing on illegal immigration only increases the salience of an issue where they could never and would never want to adopt as hardline an approach as reform. Now, some Labour MPs, particularly on the left of the party, believe the government should do more to establish safe and legal routes for people to come to the UK and talk about the benefits of immigration. Now, speaking on a radio program on the BBC, Dame Angela was asked if releasing footage of the raids aligned with Sir Keir Starmer's previous pledge to create an immigration system based on compassion and dignity. Now, in a quote, she said, "I don't believe for 1 minute that enforcing the law and ensuring the people who break the law face the consequences of doing that, up to and including deportation arrests, is not compassionate," she said. Now, she added that it is important that we show what we are doing, and it's important that we send messages to people who may have been sold lies about what will await them in the UK if they get themselves smuggled in. The government also intends to reduce the number of hotels housing asylum seekers, Dame Angela said, and she said there were plans to close 9 of the 218 hotels currently in use by the end of March. Okay, so the question is, these rates that have taken place, how is it going to deter people who want to cross the channel? Let's just look at that. Do they see what is going on? Do they care about what is going on? The fact that they are there, people are selling, let me put it this way, fake news to them, that when it comes to the UK, everything is glossary and everything is nice and everything is, when in reality it's not. You come here, you have people sleeping on the streets, and you have people, virtually scratching the bottom of the barrel just to make ends meet and stuff like that. What do you think? What do you think? What do you think? Is the government becoming too hard, or are they because they are scared of what is going to happen to them if they go to election and reform stands, especially knowing that Elon Musk is promising reform to give them some millions to fund their party and elections and stuff like that. But the question once again is it illegal? So let's say I form a party here, or let's say I join the Labour Party or the Conservative Party, and then I have a financier from, let's say, one of the richest countries, Saudi Arabia, giving Archie up to about 100 million to run my campaign. Is it illegal? Well, I declare the whole money. I will declare it. But is it illegal, as we see here? But well, somebody say money talks, and then the rest is all history, right? Okay, so coming away from Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Okay. So some other stories. Former patients of Scotland's biggest children's psychiatric hospital have spoken out about a culture of cruelty among nursing staff. The patients who were teenagers when they were admitted to Sky House, a specialist NHS unit in Glasgow, said disclosure of some nurses called them pathetic and disgusting and even mocked their suicide attempts. It was almost as if I was getting treated like an animal, one young patient being treated for anorexia said. NHS Greater Glasgow and Clyde said it was incredibly sorry and has launched 2 inquiries into the allegations uncovered by the BBC. The program makers spoke to 28 former patients and disclosure skits on psychiatric ward documentary that the BBC has done. Now, one said a 24-bed psychiatric hospital, which sits the grounds of Glasgow's Storm Hill Hospital, was like hell. I'll say the culture of nursing team was quite toxic. A lot of them, to be honest, were quite cruel a lot of the time, she added. The young people who were admitted between 2017 and 2024 told the program that nurses quickly resorted to force, including physical restraint and dragging patients down corridors, leaving them bruised and traumatized. Now, one said she wanted the police to be called after an alleged assault, but was afraid she would be treated worse. Now, others reported the overuse of medication and sedatives injections, so the staff could have a quiet shift, leaving patients like walking zombies. Now, so when I've not worked in the health sector. But when things like that is happening, okay, when things like that is happening, I do ask myself the question, what can be done to minimize whatever thing that is going on? But maybe with these inquiries, we'll have more information pertaining to that, and to find a way forward to dealing with this, let me put it this way, menace that is going on in our health sector, right? Okay, so it's all coming away from Starr Radio UK. At times when people are at times it's not I say you shake them out of it. I'm not saying virtually that you hold the person and shake. No. But because people, they are in that particular place where they cannot actually. I don't know whether I don't want to call it a trance, but in a situation when people cannot, because their mind or they got into a place where they cannot actually break things down. Let me put it that way, for lack of words, or sort of make sense of what is going on in their life. So at times you shake them up with maybe an action you've taken, but maybe this was extreme. As they were saying, some of them had to be actually chained and pulled, because you are at the place when they say, get up and come and do this, and the person is like, I'm not coming. So at times they need to just pull you out and just get you to the place. Maybe go have a shower, and then maybe to help you refresh yourself or something. But hey, I'm not an expert in the field, so what do I know there? But if you have a take on that, feel free and share it with us. It's all coming your way from Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Yes, Book of Condolence has been opened for fighter John Conning. Now, Book of Condolence has opened in the Ulster Hall to pay tribute to boxer John Conning following his death a week after a title fight in Belfast. Mark Dunlop, Mr. Conning's manager, said the death of the super featherweight fighter was a complete tragedy. As much as it's a dangerous sport, the fatalities are rare, but they are there, Mr. Dunlop said. He described Mr. Conning as being a great character and having a big future ahead of him. The Irish boxer suffered an intracranial hemorrhage and had surgery to relieve pressure on his brain following the bout at the Ulster Hall. Now, Galway man Conning was assessed by the medical team in the ring before being taken out on a stretcher and transferred to the Royal Victory Hospital in Belfast. The contest was stopped. The contest was stopped in the 9th round in what was Conning's first defense of his Celtic super featherweight title. Speaking on BBC Ulster, the Nolan show, Mr. Dunlop said, boxing is a dangerous sport. Every fighter knows the dangers, but like everything, no one thinks is going to come to their door, he added. A sad one there. But is there a way that they can assess the strength of the because there are others who have received lots of blows to their head and they are so functioning perfectly. So somebody will take that, I'm like that, but we have all got different strength. Okay, so maybe I do that, and for you to be able to push that hand down will take you a lot of effort to do so. Others will do that, and just like that, I could just put it down. So is there a way that science can actually assess if somebody is fit, quote and unquote, to be in that sport, that is boxing? Well, and other ill health effects that also holds. But it's all coming away from Starr Radio. Let's go to the US as well. Donald Trump, yes, President Donald Trump has said he will announce a 25% import tax on all steel and aluminum entering the U.S., a move that will have the biggest impact on Canada. Now, Trump also said that there will be an announcement later in the week about the reciprocal tariff on all countries that tax imports from the U.S., but he did not specify which nations will be targeted. Now, you are raising tariffs on imports from other countries. Now, when the people are also saying they are going to reciprocate, now you're saying that you'll be watching that. So you want to see, now everybody is there to serve the interests of their people, right or wrong? So what do you think about what is happening? Trade war, and who is going to be suffering? The poor person, because you are the last end of the that link, or that who is the consumer, you is going to impact you. So you are building a small house or something, or that the materials are now going to be going up, or now you're going to be renting a property because the cost of putting up a property is going up automatically. The reprisal effect is going to be that prices or whether rental prices or selling prices of properties, or the price of properties is just going to go up. Hopefully not 25% though. Wow. Okay, but what do you think about all that? It's all coming away from Starr Radio, okay? At 11:31, and so bringing you stories from other parts of the world. Now, in other stories as well, the other time there were lots of Democrats and other entities who were speaking against Donald Trump's giving Elon Musk the power to be able to be cutting. They talked about the US aid and all that, but President Trump has defended Elon Musk's drive to shut down sections of the U.S. government amid legal challenges, transparency, concerns, and questions over conflicts of interest. He's not gaining anything. In fact, I wonder how he can devote the time to it, Trump said on Sunday. Democrats have accused Musk of personally benefiting from some of the changes that Trump's administration is trying to push through. Which one are those? Such as the proposed closure of the U.S. Agency for International Development, that's USAID. Now, Trump said Musk's unofficial Department of Government Efficiency, that is DOD or DOD, will soon examine spending in the military and the Department of Education, possibly in the next 24 hours. Let's check the military, he said. We're going to find billions, hundreds of billions of dollars of fraud and abuse, and the people elected me on that. Now, earlier on Sunday, U.S. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth said on a TV program that DOD putting military spending under the microscope. Now, when we spend dollars, we need to know where they're going and why, and that has not existed at the Defense Department, he said. Well, if there is something dodgy going on there, why not? We need to find out. Well, if it's something that is going to impact the people of America, then, but if there are people who are having their own, serving their own parochial interests by just maybe undermining things and overspending and doing all that stuff, then why not? It's not coming away from Starr Radio. Okay, in Ecuador election ends in a tie, prompting a runoff. That's the story is making the rounds there. Ecuador's president-elect election will go to a second round of a closely contested first round, where result failed to produce an outright winner. The electoral authorities called it a technical tie after the incumbent central-right candidate Daniel Noboa and his main left-wing challenger Luisa Gonzalez received nearly identical percentages of the vote. The pair will now face on runoff in April. The result is far narrower than opinion polls had predicted, indicating the second round could be harder to call. The narrow result also dashed the hopes of Noboa's supporters, who had been buoyed by an early exit poll suggesting he might clinch victory outright. The president's supporters gathered in Quito, waving flags, donning t-shirts with his image and holding life-size cardboard cuts out of the incumbent president. But, well, what happened on that front is up to you and I. The president supporters said these cuts out depicting Noboa in various outfits, from the suits to tank tops and sunglasses. Well, that's what I've been seeing. I'm seeing it here. We have people who are working with cut out depicting the president, the incumbent. But has his fame worn out or what? It's all coming away from Starr Radio, okay, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. The final one before we come to the African continent as well. Kosovo's Prime Minister Albin Kurti has claimed victory for his party in Sunday's parliamentary election, although partial results suggest he is short of a majority. The Kurti's ruling Veti-Vendo's party has about 41% of the votes, with 88% counted so far. He gained 50% in 2021. He said he was confident he will be able to form a government, adding, "We are the winners, and this is confirmation of a good, prosperous, and democratic government. There was a delay in announcing the official result due to failure of the Central Election Commission counting system. The President Zoza Osmani has called on the Commission to protect the integrity of the electoral process, ensuring that every vote is counted correctly. Well, it's easier said than done, but we hope that there's no any underhand dealings or anything of the sort, as most of the time we see in most of the African countries, but things are done properly. Yeah? Oh yeah. Oh, it's all coming away from Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Now, coming to Africa. Sudan's army has planned a new government as it advances into the capital. And what is that all about? Let me bring that your way quickly. The Sudanese military has called for a diplomatic support for a new government that it says it wants to form after it recaptures the capital Khartoum from rival forces. The Sudanese army has been regaining control of areas in the city previously held by the paramilitary rapid support forces in recent weeks. Army leader General Abdel Fattah al-Burhan told a meeting of politicians who backed the army over the weekend that he will form a technocratic wartime government with a prime minister. He insisted there will be no negotiations with the RSF. The two sides have been fighting for approaching 2 years, a conflict that has forced 12 million from their homes and left many starving. General Burhan also said there will be a new constitution prior to the formation of the transitional government. Is it going to serve the interests of the people? Is it? If it is, why not? Then bring it on. It is all coming away from Starr Radio UK. Well, the Democratic Republic of Congo is in turmoil as well. Fighters from the notorious M23 rebel group have been surging through the country's east, battling the national army and capturing key places as they go. In just a fortnight, thousands of people are said to have been killed, and fighting has sparked an ominous war of words between DR Congo and its neighbor Rwanda. So, how did DR Congo, the largest country in sub-Saharan Africa, get here? The origin of this complex conflict can be understood through the story of one M23 leader, Sultani Makenga, who is the subject of various war crime allegations. He is sanctioned by the U.S. of using child soldiers, which he has denied. The UN has accused him of being responsible for sexual violence. Now, to go back through Makenga's life so far, it looks into decades of warfare, intermittent foreign intervention, and the persistent lure of DR Congo's rich mineral resources. His life began on Christmas Day in 1973 when he was born in the large Congolese town of Mazizi. Now, raised by parents of Tutsi ethnic group, Makenga quit school at the age of 17 to join Tutsi rebel outfits from the border in Rwanda. Now, this group, named the Rwanda Patriotic Front, were demanding greater Tutsi representation in Rwanda's government, which at times was dominated by the politicians from the Hutu majority. They also wanted the hundreds of thousands of Tutsi refugees who had been forced from the country by ethnic violence to be able to return home. Now, for 4 years, Makenga and the RBF fought the Hutu-dominated army in Rwanda. Their battle was enmeshed with 1994 genocide when Hutu extremists killed 800,000 Tutsis and moderate Hutus. Now, when looking back at this time in rare 2013 interview, Makenga stated, "My life is war, my education is war, and my language is war, but I do respect peace. The RPF gradually seized more and more land before marching into Rwanda's capital, Kigali, and overthrowing the extremist Hutu government, many of whom fled into what is now DR Congo." Now, with the RPF in power, Makenga was absorbed into the official Rwandan army and rose to the rank of sergeant and deputy platoon commander. He was very good at setting up ambushes. One of Makenga's fellow RPF fighters said, Rift Valley Institute non-profit research organization. His progress in the Rwandan army hit a ceiling, however. The fact that he only had basic education and spoke broken French and English was an obstacle to his military career, the Rift Valley has said. Now, Makenga is also said to this day to be very reserved and to struggle with public speaking. In 1997, he was part of the Rwandan-backed forces who ended up seizing power in DR Congo, ousting long-serving ruler Mobutu Sese Seko. In his place, they installed veteran Congolese rebel leader Laurent Kabila. However, Makenga began to clash with his superiors. He was arrested by the Rwandan authorities after refusing orders to return to Rwanda, a U.S. counsel has said. He was therefore imprisoned for several years on the island of Iwawa. Now, meanwhile, relations between Kabila and Rwanda's new leaders deteriorated. Now, Rwanda has sought to crush the Hutu militiamen who were responsible for the genocide but had fled across the border in 1994. Rwanda's fear was that they could return and upset the country's hard-won stability. But Kabila had failed to stop the militants from organizing, and he also started to force out Rwandan troops. As a result, Rwanda invaded DR Congo in 1998. When Makenga was released from prison, he was appointed to serve as a commander on the front line with the Rwandan-backed rebel group. Now, over the years, he gained a reputation for being highly strategic and skilled at commanding large groups of soldiers into battle. Now, after Rwandan troops crossed into DR Congo, there was a surge in discrimination against the Tutsis community. Kabila alleged that Tutsis supported the invasion while other officials incited the public to attack members of the ethnic group. Now, Makenga, still in DR Congo, accused the Congolese leader of betraying Tutsis fighters, saying Kabila was a politician while I am not. I am a soldier, and the language that I know is that of the gun. Did I go on? If I go on, I think I'm going to be telling you some more on that front. But wherever you are, this is Starr Radio UK, and this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Honestly. All right, just bear with me. Okay, at 11:43, and we go to Nigeria now. Well, first of all, bring you the story for the United States of Biafra group, and this time around for Nnamdi Kanu, the leader. Drama ensued at the Federal High Court in Abuja today as this morning as Aloy Jumako, the lawyer to Nnamdi Kanu, told Judge Binta Nyako to recuse herself from the trial. Mr. Jumako said the request for her to quit the case again came from his client, who is the leader of the proscribed indigenous people of Biafra, a group agitating for the secession of Southeast states and parts of some neighboring states as a sovereign Biafran nation. Nnamdi Kanu, who has been in the custody of the SSS, the State Security Service, since 2021, is standing trial before Mrs. Nyako on charges of terrorism, treasonable felony arising from his separatist activist as a pro-Biafra agitator. He arrived at the court premises in the company with SSS operatives at about 8:30 a.m. Now, Mr. Kanu's trial was earlier stalled after Mrs. Nyako recused herself from the case following the IPOB leader's oral application on the 24th of September 2024. The IPOB leader broke into a conversation between the bar and the bench during the court session to tell the judge to withdraw from the case. He said he no longer had confidence in her handling of his trial. However, Don Toho, Chief Judge of the Federal High Court, returned the file to Mrs. Nyako on the grounds that Nnamdi Kanu's application must be brought formally before the court through a motion on notice. Consequently, in a letter dated the 5th of December 2024, addressed to the Deputy Chief Registrar, the prosecution, led by Adeboyega Womolo, asked for the court to fix a date for the commencement of the trial. Opposing the request for a trial date, the defense counsel, Mr. Jimako, in a letter dated the 9th of December 2024, said the ruling of the judge recusing herself remained valid. Mr. Jimako further asked that the case be transferred to a division of the Federal High Court in Igbo-dominated southeast region of the country if no judge in Abuja is willing to preside over it. At the resumed hearing on Monday, the prosecution counsel, led by Mr. Awomolo, told the judge was ready for the commencement of trial as his witnesses were ready. However, Mr. Jimako said his client, Nnamdi Kanu, has made a choice not to stand trial before Mrs. Nyako. The defendant is still asking that your lordship recuse herself from this matter, Ejumako said. In response, the judge said the chief judge has not accepted a recusal and I referred the case back to her for trial. She asked the defense team, led by Ejumako, to send a written application if they still insist on the recusal. Well, I have some pictures before me of Nnamdi Kanu arriving in the courts, seated in his, his apparel. He loves that, still wearing that, and yeah, in good spirits. Let's see what happens on that front. This is all coming away from Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Well, is it only in Nigeria or most of the African countries where we believe in spiritists or spiritualism and all those things? And interestingly, we are the ones who also ascribe to, like, hey, if you're Muslim, yeah, if you're Christians, yeah, and then spiritualism and all stuff. But what is happening is the former Vice President Atiku Abubakar has warned the federal government that claims of animals such as snakes, termites, gorillas, and monkeys swallowing public funds must never be the fate of the funds budgeted for the critical sector of health in 2025 budget. In a statement on Sunday, Atiku urged President Bola Tinubu's administration to provide transparency on how the intervention fund will be allocated. The former vice president emphasized the importance of accountability, stressing that every kobo must be properly utilized to strengthen Nigeria's healthcare system. He said, in recent years, there have been bizarre claims of animals being held accountable for missing public funds. Did we hand the money over to the animals to watch over them? Or what happened? Now, some of these fairy tale-like claims were never investigated or punished to deter future defendants. Now, against the backdrop of dwindling resources that has been exacerbated by the withdrawal of support in certain areas of health care services, it is important that every kobo budgeted for the health sector has to be maximally utilized. Now, to this end, the federal government has to be deliberate about putting mechanisms in place for the public audit and accountability in its $1.07 billion budgetary appropriation in the health sector. Atiku criticized the federal government for failing to provide a clear framework detailing how over $1 billion will be spent in primary health sector. That is all coming away from Starr Radio UK. Well, how do you think about that? Snakes swallowing monies. Woohoo! Where is that money that we give you? I think I woke up this morning and a monkey came and ate the money. And then we say, oh yeah, there's no investigation because that monkey fled into the bush. Really? Wow. Maybe it take a bit of time for us to get to the place where the advanced countries have got into. But what do you think about all that? This will come your way from Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. A final one from Nigeria, then we can touch on a couple of stories from Ghana, and then we can bring the first part of the program to close and take you to Cyprus, where our own HRH Linda Pallien will be joining us. Now, there seemed to be a bit of amid alleged displeasure from President Bola Tinubu. The Governors Advisory Council of the Lagos APC held a meeting to deliberate on the fate of former Speaker Mudashiru Obaza, whose removal sparked controversy within the party. So it says, as reported, there are indications that Tinubu's decades-long political dynasty in Lagos is experiencing its first major crisis following the intrigues that trailed Obasa's removal from the exalted seat. Earlier, it was widely believed that Tinubu supported Obasa's removal. However, sources close to the president and familiar with Lagos APC politics revealed that the president was not consulted before the lawmakers took the decision. President Tinubu was reportedly embarrassed that such a significant political move was executed without his knowledge and was puzzled as to why many members of the Governors Advisory Council will support the decision. The Governors Advisory Council is the apex decision-making organ of the APC, whose decisions are binding on members. Well, so without a president, they thought, we think that we need to get rid of him, and they decided to do so. So what can the president do there? But it's all coming your way from Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London.
This is Starr Radio UK.
Archie on Starr Radio. Nobody does it better.
Yes, so moving on to Ghana as well before we cross over to Cyprus for HR Linda Pallien to bring you Career 101. Well, the banking consultant Dr. Richmond Etuahine has questioned why Ghana's financial sector cases dating back to 2017 remains unresolved. He goes on further to say, that the Attorney General, not the International Monetary Fund, should be held accountable for the delay. Speaking on the program, Dr. Etuahine argued that those seeking justice should direct their concerns to the Attorney General's office rather than looking to the IMF for intervention. This case started in 2017 after 2020. Are you saying that the previous Attorney General didn't see anything wrong with it? Why couldn't we have prosecuted it? People make a lot of noise, but if they had a solid case, they should be asking the Attorney General why it wasn't pursued, he said. He further emphasized that Ghana's Limitation Act and the NRCD 575 places time restriction on legal actions, with some cases having a statute of limitation of 3 to 5 years or 30 years. He warned that prolonged delays could make it legally impossible to prosecute certain financial crimes. Now, amid discussions about petitioning the IMF over banking sector issues, Dr. Etuahine dismissed the move as ineffective. The IMF is not in this country to arbitrate on these matters. They are only here because we are taking their money. Reporting to them won't change anything because it is not part of their mandate, he explained. With the IMF delegation expected in Ghana next week, he noted that their focus will be on broader economic assessment, not unresolved financial sector cases. Dr. Etuahine also touched on the ongoing transition at the Bank of Ghana, stating that acting governor must first gather financial sector data before being confirmed by the Council of State. He urged state shareholders or stakeholders to be more circumspect in the accusation, suggesting that earlier due diligence could have prevented the current predicament. Going on still, I said, if we had done the right thing from the start, take it again. If we had done the right thing from the start, would we be having this conversation today? He asked the question, and the answer, you can have your take on it. This is all coming your way from Starr Radio UK. In Ghana's parliament? Well, the member of parliament for Pallien North, Al-Hassan Suhini, says the minority caucus in parliament led by Alexander Kwame Namfenyo Makin is struggling to adjust to its current role in parliament following a significant reduction in its numbers. The minority is suffering from withdrawal symptoms. Interesting depiction there. They are yet to come to terms with being an abysmal minority, said, referring to the reduced presence of the opposition in parliament. Speaking on a TV show, Suhini remarked that the altercations in the parliamentary chamber were regrettable and pointed out that this situation had been further compounded by the apology offered by minority leader. The chaos in parliament was regrettable, and I hope we learn better lessons, especially when the minority leader has apologized to the speaker and to Ghanaians, Suhini stated. Now, while acknowledging the apology, Pallien North MP added that he hoped it was sincere and would lead to more responsible actions in the future. Suhini also expressed hope that the apology will help the minority come to terms with its position in the parliament dynamics, particularly in terms of the size and influence. Now, with this apology, it goes on, I hope they come to terms with being not just a minority, but a small one. Well, is it rubbing their face in there? Let me say good morning to my big reverend himself, Reverend Michael Esiama. Yeah, he brings you, program on Starr Radio UK. Yes, at dawn. Do you want to join in it? Do you want to know which one it is? Yes, I'm going to be telling you more about it. Let me say good morning to all. That's the Power Hour. Command your morning. But to every member of Power Word Ministries, to the leadership, and to Minister Isabella Elomesiara. Yes, massive good morning. As I said and announced in the past, we're going to be having Minister Elomesiama joining us on a lovely interview on morning show, of course, and on the Faith Talk as well. So get your gears, get up. I've been bringing you some of their music, but you know what? That's why I bring you just bits of it. If you want to know, if you want to hear, you just go and download it. Go to YouTube and all those platforms, and it's there for you. Thank you very much, Reverend. All right, then. So we're going to be bringing the first part of the program to a close, and I'll be taking you to Cyprus for Career 101. This is Starr Radio UK, and this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. I was trying to capture one other story before we go. Yes, and this is the story. Now, why in communities people, students or school children have to go to school, and by way of getting to the school, they have to cross dangerous rivers, not on bridges, but at times bend stems, or maybe virtually when it's they just walk in it, and then you ask yourself the question: our leaders sitting in the capital just thinking that Ghana, the whole of Ghana, is like the capital? That's the question there. But the current president, President John Dramani Mahama, has assured so-called residents in the eastern region of swift intervention to resolve people's challenges of risking their lives crossing a water body to daily access education. In a Facebook post on Sunday, February 9, he revealed that the affected community had been identified, that immediate steps were being taken to provide a lasting solution. Earlier on, the MP for Lower West, Akim Owen Kwame Frimpong, visited the Suko Suoko, okay, just bear with me, community, and assure them the Eastern Regional Minister will also visit as we work to permanently and urgently resolve the challenge the people and the school children are confronted with, the President has stated. And it's quite an interesting one, because you look at where you go to some communities, some don't even have the classrooms. They sit under trees. I don't know whether it's all been cleared. Right? There are other issues where people go there as well, and in the classroom there are no desks, so therefore they lie down or sit on the floor and you ask yourself the question: you have people wasting state funds where these monies are supposed to go to those communities to solve. So if you are looking for witches and witchcraft and wizards and call them, I think leaders who, when given monies to do these things, fail to do them, they are the ones that we have to now target our prayers to deal with, right? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is where I have to bring the first part of the program to a close, because I'm going to be taking you to Cyprus, where our own HRH Linda Pallien is going to be with us. But for then, for now, let's take a quick break, and once I come back, I'll be bringing you Linda. This is Starr Radio UK, and this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse.
Okay, let's go to Cyprus. Well, if you're a parent listening to us, this is the program that you have to be on this afternoon, because HRH Linda is going to lead you and teach you what you can do for people who need this advice. That is our children and our children's children. What about that? Okay, Linda, over to you.
Fantastic. I love what you said about helping the youth and at least talking to them and having those conversations. And that's the importance of careers advice, just starting those conversations and planting those seeds early.
Yeah.
And a lot of the time when we're working with adults, they're like, oh, I wish I had somebody like you when I was young. And you really don't want them to wait till that time before they start thinking, oh, could I really make a career out of this hobby that I've been doing, or is this even possible for me? What do I need to get into this career? Because sometimes we're looking at our parents or people that are older than us, and we think, oh, I really want to do what they do, and we have no idea what it is or if logistically it's possible for us. So the earlier young people start having these conversations, the better. So it's amazing to at least ask the question, what do you want to do? It's a ratty question and nobody wants to answer that. It starts you thinking. You don't have to have an answer, but it gets you thinking. If I had all the resources in the world, what would I be doing? Where would I be spending my time? How can I apply my existing skills into a career to get some money? Whatever it is, or to do something that is fulfilling to me, or to make a difference. So definitely careers advice is very important at any age, at every age. Whether you're young, whether you're thinking of changing careers later in life, whether you're planning retirement, it's important because our vocation is pretty much where we spend most of our time. So it's important to at least feel confident in what we're doing.
Okay.
So this,
go on.
I've listed 10 steps that I use for young people to start thinking about. But of course, if you're not a young person, you know a young person, then do direct to them this way. And if not, it's interesting for an older person just to listen what they can be doing right now, as well if you're planning a career change or promotion. So we'll start. The first step is seek internship opportunities. You know, a lot of people wait until maybe the college or the university organizes it. But as a proactive young person, it's good. There's so much competition out there. So you really need to start. Internships is really important, whether it's a compulsory part of your course or not. It's important to get that done early. Don't get caught up in your working part-time that you miss out on an internship opportunity. A lot of people do the bar work and the waitressing and the weekend job, so you don't have time for an internship because it eats into your time. But you're building your future, so sometimes you have to weigh the pros and cons. I remember when I was working for a supermarket and I had this internship opportunity to go work in China for a bit. And the supermarket wouldn't give me the time off to go do that, you know. And they literally asked me to choose between that. And of course, you can understand them because they're managing a business and they have their staff and their concerns. So again, this is another good point. Listen, be careful whose advice you take because they might be encouraging you to stay because it suits them. But what is good for you and your future in the long term, you know, and then when you weigh it, you can do that. So definitely for internship opportunities, networking, you leveraging your network, people from church, people from your academic tutors, people, your friends' parents who might be in careers that you want to do, fairs, research, internet research. A lot of us consume social media in the social context. But it's a great way to pull together a nice pool of people that are interested in what they do that you can reach out to and sort of seek an internship that way too. So don't miss out on those opportunities to expand your network and to be able to secure an internship without waiting for your school to organize it. Because even when the schools organize it, you still have the application process to do. So you might as well get in there. The second aspect about getting your career work in is work-study program. Sometimes you can, if your institution doesn't offer it, you can create it, you can arrange this yourself. Within Europe, they have the Erasmus program. I think the UK still benefits from the Erasmus program, perhaps in a different way, but or other equivalent programs where you can go and exchange in a different country, maybe even in the same country, but maybe doing 6 months of your course on a different project so that you're able to get the work experience simultaneously and have it count towards your credits for your final project. This happens definitely in universities, but also in some colleges. So look up those things and if it's possible for you in your grade. And sometimes we don't want to, sometimes it means that you might stay behind 1 year if you're doing a work-study program. But of course, for most universities, the fees are not the same as well. So I know that's a big concern for students. If I'm going to do 4 years rather than 3 years of my education, I might as well finish my degree early. Sometimes you're better off doing the longer period of time and then waiting for and then securing yourself, because sometimes, and actually most of the time, internships lead to long-term employment. So it's really something to consider, and especially parents as well of young people, rather than just thinking about the money aspect or hurry up and start being a profitable member of society.
Leave me alone.
sometimes the network and the connections you make during your internships are far more valuable than any sort of entry graduate role you might do later on, or you might settle for any sort of entry level role you might settle for because you graduated and you find out no one's hiring. So that's important. The third thing you can do is to grow your skills and knowledge and keep your skills up to date. So again, expanding the range of skills that you have, getting certificates for the skills, extracurricular skills that you're building up. So whether you're doing an online marketing course, or if you're doing an online budgeting course, or whatever it is that's complementary to what you're working towards, will stand you in good stead. You don't want to finish uni and then not be promoted over another person or not be employed because that person has maybe did a marketing degree and you've got a communications degree, and all the difference would be a 2-hour marketing program to say you've got a certificate. So it's important to start looking at these sort of satellite skills that will help you and give you the extra edge over other candidates for your graduate role. And in general, it's good practice to be a more well-rounded person. So that's really important for young people to think about, but also for the workforce in general. So a range of skills will really help. The fourth aspect is to stay focused. Stay focused on your search. Start searching early, whether it's your first year or you just turned 15. Start searching early. Start asking these questions early, as I said. And stay focused on it as well. Keep an eye on the market and the industry, what it's doing, what new is coming up in the industry, where is it going, how can I prepare myself to enter this marketplace, and so future planning really will help you and keeping focused, definitely. Number 5 is to balance with the personal life. And I think this is really important. It's not necessarily a concrete, actionable skill, but it's really important. I see a lot of baby boomers, so people that now 50s, 60s, who have worked all their lives and never had any fun, because they had to be, they were so focused on work. And therefore, in their 50s, 60s, sometimes 40s, they start going off the rails a little bit because they need to have there's a balance to be had in all of this. So definitely as a young person, keep some hobbies, make sure that you're having a balanced personal life, and it also stops the psychological problems later. It gives you a sense of well-being, because in the West we're more focused on the future. We're oriented. What's going to happen? What's my next promotion opportunity? Where's my next paycheck coming from? That we don't live in the now. And sometimes this chase can feel endless. And then one day you wake up and realize you haven't lived at all. So the balance is definitely important, and it makes you well-rounded as an individual as well. And of course, it helps with your network when you're looking for contacts or introductions into a particular field or into a particular company. If you have networks and maybe in your shooting class or in your dance class who might be able to help you, again, knowing them informally, again, build your network. The next point is pursue your passion. As a young person as well, you can afford to pursue your passion. Anyone can afford to pursue their passion. I don't want that to be misleading, but as a young person, because you don't have that many dependents yet, or if any at all, you can afford to see how far you'll get with things that you're passionate about, and how you can apply them into an industry that would then pay you and you can make a career out of. When you're passionate about something, it's easy to spend more time doing it. It's easy to master the skill because you're interested naturally anyway. You seek more, and therefore you're more likely to be better than someone that's not passionate about it and just doing it because it's a job. So that's a good place to start. What am I attracted to? And it could be what you're doing, but also what you're consuming and watching. You may not necessarily be doing it physically, but it interests you when somebody talks about it, or it interests you as a program on TV or whatever it is. It's a good place to start to look at what's grabbing my attention and how can I leverage this in my career. Okay, and then seventh point will be to strive for excellence. And I think Frank touched on this earlier. Stay motivated and strive for excellence. A lot of young people, especially when you're given an opportunity, they think, oh, well, it's just an internship, or I'm only young, so there's not the attention to detail or the care that is attached to it. You know, it's like, oh, it's only a little thing. I'll be forgiven. I'm a young person. Oh, I can leave early. They understand that I have a life.
I will sack you. Linda, we can't hear you. Okay, yeah. No, it's faint, very faint.
Change on my end.
Okay. Yeah, it seems to be coming up a bit now. Okay, go on.
Oh, just as we got to the good bit.
Go on, we can hear you now.
Okay, fantastic. So, I was talking about doing things right.
Yeah.
Of course, when you practice getting away with doing the bare minimum, you know, a lot of people say, oh, you know, it's just a part-time project, I don't need to do it right. That becomes your habit. And even when you want to do it with the best of intentions, you don't have the ability to because you're out of practice. So every opportunity, whether it's an internship, whether it's a part-time, whether it's a volunteering opportunity, whether it's paid, whether it's not paid, do it to the best of your ability. You build the skill that way. And you never know who would see that work and reward you for that. It's really important, and it's one of these short-sighted ways of looking at things. And I saw that a lot in Ghana, and of course, how I grew up, you know. We think, oh, you know, it's pretty much there, you know, or oh, I'm almost finished, it's 4 o'clock, or before we know it, it's 5, let me go early, you know. And you sort of don't have the attention to detail as you need. So that's really important for young people. Build that skill earlier, and everybody will appreciate it. Everybody, wherever you go, whatever work opportunity, they appreciate it if you do something to the best of your ability. And also that you're resourceful. Managers love people that are resourceful. Don't wait and ask a question of, oh, where do I do this, when you could easily Google it. You know what I mean? Like, when people ask questions where you think, oh, how do I use this program again? And it's a 5-minute search in Google, and you wouldn't have wasted their time. And that's really helpful too. So again, building those skills that is going to make you employable and keep you employed is really important. And then of course, using the resources that are available to you as a young person, whether it's, again, as you said, like a church mentoring program, whether it's your school's career service, whether it's these incentives the companies have for taster days, where you can just apply and do an internship. There's a lot of opportunities available to you. Find them, know them, use them. You know, these will really help you. The older you get, these opportunities either become less or they're more expensive. So as a young person, if you have an opportunity to get a free resource, get free access, use LinkedIn Pro, whatever it is, I think I know Microsoft office used to do, this is ages ago, I don't know what the new programs are, but they used to do a student discount. Apple still do student discount. All of those, use those resources you have and build up your skill. Photoshop as well, have a free version for students as well. You know, and if you can be able to learn that and build your skill, super important. And then let's create opportunities as well. Number 9 is to create opportunities. You don't have to wait to be handed an opportunity. Create your own opportunity, whether it's starting your own side hustle, doing a blog, looking into entrepreneurship, building your network, you know, whether it's recent graduates or people on your course or that have done your course that you can do an insight day with or a shadowing with. And of course, online, people you meet online as well, safely, of course. Then you can generate opportunities towards the career that you're heading for. And then finally, the 10th point is to find companies on social media. You can get a lot more insight into a company now from what they put out, what they share, who they're in contact with, who is recruiting in what department, what their day-to-day is like. So again, making use of social media on the corporate side as well, on the company side, to get more of an insight or to get a foot into the door is really helpful.
Wow. Listeners, you could see that this time around, I did my best not to interrupt her for her to flow all out, because these are 10 steps that if you take, it will help you a great deal in your career. I mean, as she said earlier on, there are some things that I do ask myself, that should I have had advice at the time, I thought, whoa, I would have been that step ahead, several steps ahead, but we didn't have the opportunity where you have now, where you have programs going on advising parents as to what your words can do or what you can do directly. But this is why Starr Radio UK, in conjunction with HRH Linda Pallien, is doing our best to bring your way, so that you know that when you sit back another 5 years, even call it 2 years, even a year, you say that, wow, I took this advice, and because of that, look at where I find myself. So you can count your blessing and not sitting down one day and putting your hands in your finger in your mouth and biting it and saying, I wish. It might be too late by then. But well, it's not too late for you now that you are still alive, listening to what we will want you to listen to. This program is going to be ready on the podcast in the next few minutes, and you can go to the social media platform, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Periscope, where we broadcast it on, and go re-listen to it. It will help you a great deal, because people have to pay money to go for seminars to listen to such advices from them. But you've had it for free this morning or this afternoon. What do you think about that? Well, Linda, let me come back to you. You just sum it up quickly, and then you can put your contact details, and we can talk about my books as well.
Fantastic. So we've been talking about career advice for young people and for the youth, and the key is to start early, to make it to take advantage of the opportunities you have now, the resources, ask, social media, whatever it is you have at your disposal. You don't have to have everything, but wherever you are and whatever resources you have, make the most of it. Make the most of the contacts you have, the people you come in contact with, and make it known what you're looking to do, and seek out people who are in the same industry that might be able to help you get there. So we've shared 10 aspects of how to get your career started as you're young, because again, it takes a while to be promoted, you know. So the earlier you start, the better it is for you. If we all admire 30-year-old CEOs or 25-year-old CEOs, and they started when they're young. And parents gave them the opportunity. You're being given the opportunity now, so definitely make the most of it.
Okay, so let's talk about the books now.
To help you with with your studies and with these resources, you can see on your screens now there's 3 books that are really all you need to take your career to the next level. The first book, How to Career, It's really 6 steps, 6 simple steps that helps you evaluate a career opportunity. Maybe you want to be an engineer. Is this the right career for you? So using the 6 steps, you can have a checklist. Do I care about it? Is it genuinely authentic to me, or am I following other people? Do I have the reason why? Does it excite me? Do I have the support system or the network, the environment to be able to do that? And how much does it pay as well? So you have all of that resource in How to Career. And this is available on Amazon online. It's available on Book Depository. It's available Waterstones online, Nielsen. Any online book, How to Career by Linda Pallien, you'll find it there. Any online bookshop. And then the second one is career success. Once you've decided what career you're going into, or if you're currently working at the moment, how to get to the next level, to get promoted, to get the recognition you deserve, to get the credibility you deserve, and also the money that you deserve. Definitely career success. That takes it a step further from book 1, How to Career, and it gives you tools to be able to increase your perceived value in the marketplace, and that's where the money comes in. So it's talking about how to effectively network, how to answer interview questions, how to build yourself up, to create a brand for yourself and greater presence in the workplace. Career success really helps you with that. And again, that's available online anywhere in a lot of bookshops as well. Just search Career Success by Linda Pallien, and that should come up on Amazon, Book Depository, Waterstones, everywhere. And then finally, we have the Ultimate Career Workbook, and that needs no introduction. It's a workbook where you can actually write in the book itself, and it's a step-by-step checklist of, have I done everything I can do to be at the top of my career right now? And what's my next step? What am I looking for? What am I heading towards? What can I do to leave a legacy in my field? And the workbook takes you step by step. What do I need to know or ask for in a peer review meeting or in a performance review meeting? What do I need to take to an interview? All of these it's a checklist. All of these are in that Ultimate Career Workbook. And again, you can find that on Amazon Career. If you Google Career and Linda Pallien, that should come up in the nearest. Well, actually, now it gets delivered to you, so you're not going anywhere for it. Mm-hmm. Take advantage of it. And these are very, very affordable resources that you can use to jumpstart your career.
Okay. Well, just put all the details there for you, and the books have been made available to you as well. So please take advantage of this. Yeah. I wish that I am 18, or if I'm going to uni and I had all this information at hand. Jesus, what would I would have done? I tell you that it would be mind blowing. But hey, it's not too late. Yeah, you can still go into whether you are old or whatever it is. Yeah, the resources are there. Make sure you take advantage of it. Linda, let me say thank you once again.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. Have a lovely day. We'll catch up later.
You too.
Right then. Bye. Well, all right, so that has been HRH Linda Pallien for you this afternoon on Career 101. I hope that you enjoy the program, and as we did talk about, that is the career advice for the youth. So if you're a parent and you did listen, please, you can advise them on that, right? Okay, if not, you can contact HRH Linda Pallien on all the contents or the details that she did put across, and she will hold your hands there. All right, hold my hand, precious Lord. Yeah, she's going to hold your hands and lead you to the good side. But ladies and gentlemen, this is where I have to bring the program to a close for today. God willing, tomorrow I'm going to be coming your way with another edition of the morning show, if we are still alive. God gives us the grace, we'll be here to do so. But on that note, I'll sign off with this tune from Minister Isabella Elomesiama. Yes, the better half and the second lady of Power Word International Ministries. Yes, the leader, Reverend Michael Esiama. I call him my big Reverend. Join him tomorrow morning on the Power Hour. Wednesday, we'll pick it up on Starr Radio UK. Wednesday to Saturday, we'll pick it up, the Power Hour Command Your Morning on Starr Radio UK as well. I mean, you need a place to be in the morning to go and pray. Yes, as people of faith, then that is the right place to be. on Star Radio UK or on the Power Hour Power Hour International, my apologies, Power Word International Ministry platform, and you can help yourself. God meets you on those platforms. So on that note, once again, let me say thank you very much for joining us. It's been a pleasure coming your way. Until I come your way tomorrow, this is Minister Isabella Elomesiama saying, Ebenezer, this is how far God has brought us. Enjoy your day. I'll see you all tomorrow. This is Archie. I'm out like that.
With a shout of praise, I lift my voice to say, Ebenezer, Ebenezer. We are standing here in the miracle of today, as our eyes behold the wonder your hand has made. With a shout of praise, I lift my voice to say, Ebenezer, 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 that's far God's brought us. Ebenezer, this much God's helped us. Ebenezer, see what the Lord has done. Ebenezer, 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 that's far God's brought us. Ebenezer, this much God's helped us. Ebenezer, see what the Lord has done. Ebenezer, Ebenezer. God, I look around and all my eyes can see all the words you've made. Oh, so beautiful, with a shout of praise, I lift my voice to say, Ebenezer, Ebenezer. God, I look around, oh, my eyes can see all the words your hand has made. Oh, so beautiful, with a shout of praise, I lift my voice to say, Ebenezer, ooh, Ebenezer, Ebenezer, that's far God's brought us. Ebenezer, this much our God has helped us. The Lord under His Ebenezer.
This is Starr Radio UK.
Thanks for listening. Thanks for listening. Thanks for listening. Thanks for listening. Thanks for listening.